So welcome back students. Now the next topic is germination. Germination of seed. So you see the seed contains the dormant embryo. You all have studied. In a dry seed the embryo is inactive, or you can say it is in the period of rest. We call it dormancy. But it is not that it is totally inactive. It appears to be inactive, but actually there are certain physiological processes going on inside the seed. Although those processes occur at very slow rate. And when these seeds are placed under proper conditions, they are given water, oxygen and soil, they start becoming active and they start growing into seedling. So this is what we call germination. So germination means the process of formation of seedling developed from the embryo. If you sow a fresh seed, it may not result in a plant immediately because it is necessary for the seed to undergo some period of dormancy, because during this period the seed becomes ready for the germination. It undergoes many changes. Okay. Now for the germination, what are the conditions necessary? The conditions required are, all of you know that seeds will germinate if we give them water. Water is very important. How water helps? Basically for the two reasons. First is when water is absorbed, it may be absorbed by imbibition or through the surface, but basically water enters from the micropyle, and once the water is absorbed, it helps to seed coat to rupture, and thus it allows the radicle to come out of the root system. And secondly, water is also necessary for the chemical reactions and the enzymes to act upon the food which is in the form of stored starch. So without water the reactions may not be possible. So that is why water is important for the germination. The second thing is suitable temperature. Temperature, you all know that seeds need an optimum temperature. Optimum temperature is 25 to 35. If you give very high temperature, then what will happen? Very high temperature will not be suitable. It will destroy the delicate cells, the tissues. And if the temperature is extremely low, then also it will inhibit, it will not allow the growth of the embryo. So seeds need optimum temperature of 25 to 35 degrees Celsius. The third thing is oxygen. During germination, there is rapid cell division. Obviously, the cells have started dividing. One cell, more cells are being formed. More and more cells are being formed. So that requires energy, and this energy will be coming by the process of respiration. If you remember, the stored food will now be again converted into glucose, and in the presence of oxygen, it will, glucose will be oxidized to form energy. You have read in respiration. This is the respiration process. Energy. So that energy has to be used, and for this oxygen is also very important. So that is the reason sometimes if you sow the seeds, they do not come out, they fail to germinate. The reason can be that the seed was sown too deep inside the soil and oxygen was unable to reach. There was no proper supply of oxygen. And sometimes the difference is too much between the seed and the soil, and the hypocotyle, the radicle and the plumule is unable to break the distance and come out. So that is why seeds have to be sown at proper depth. Now there are certain experiments on germination. These are very simple ones. You already know all these things. We will just go through them. Like for example, you all know that you have to prove that water is necessary for germination. Everybody knows without water seeds cannot germinate. The simple experiment is you take seeds in two bowls and mark them A and B, and in one bowl you take a cotton wool and just make it wet, sprinkle water all through it, and the other one let it be dry. So keep both in ordinary room temperature. After some time you will observe that the seeds which are kept in wet cotton wool, they will germinate, whereas in dry cotton wool they will not germinate. So this shows that water is necessary for germination. Now the second experiment is to prove that a suitable temperature is necessary for germination. Again you take the same things where you have taken beaker A and B, or bowl or beaker, anything you can take, and you have wrapped the seeds in wet cotton wool and the other one on dry cotton wool. Now keep these wet cotton wool in normal room temperature, and in another beaker you keep it in refrigerator, the other one in refrigerator. Then you will observe that within 1 or 2 days the seeds which you have kept at room temperature, they will start germinating, and whereas the seeds which you have kept in refrigerator, they will not germinate, or there will be very less germination. So this proves that suitable temperature is required for the seeds to germinate. Clear? Now let us revise the third experiment. Now the third experiment is to prove that oxygen is necessary for germination. For this you have to perform this activity. You can take 2 conical flasks, mark them as A and B. In both you have to spread some wet cotton wool and put some seeds for germination, maybe the gram seeds or any other you can take. Now take a test tube, and with the help of thread you have to hang the test tube in the conical flask. In one test tube it should be filled with water, simple water. The other test tube you have to fill alkaline pyrogallic acid. The function of this pyrogallic acid is it absorbs oxygen. So now keep this apparatus at the room temperature. So what you will observe after some time, that the test tube A, in which you have kept only plain water, the seeds will start germinating, whereas the second B test tube, the seeds will not germinate, because whatever oxygen is present in the conical flower, that is being used for respiration by these seeds. Whereas in this you have kept pyrogallic acid, and this pyrogallic acid will absorb all the oxygen, so the seeds will not get oxygen. So in the absence of oxygen, seeds will not show any kind of germination. So this experiment proves that oxygen is necessary for the germination of the seeds. Now there is another experiment, the 3 bean seed experiment. This is very simple one, just to explain that water and oxygen both are required. So they have taken one beaker, and this is the slide. In this slide they have tied with the thread 3 bean seeds, 1, 2 and 3. One in such a way that one is totally in the air. The third one, C1, is totally dipped in the water. Only the center seed, it is just very less in water, and half of it is in water and more than half is in the air. So this seed is getting both water as well as oxygen. So this will germinate. This seed doesn't get water, so it will not germinate, and this seed doesn't get oxygen because it is totally in water, so this will also not germinate. So this shows that seeds need water as well as oxygen for the germination. Okay, so now you revise till here, and by the time I will come up with the next video where we will study the types of germination. Thank you.